Hello hackers, I am Adit Tiwari and today we are going to start a new lecture series Linux for Hackers. This lecture series are not designed for the experienced hacker or the experienced Linux admin. So, why do hackers use Linux over other operating systems? Mostly because Linux offers a far higher level of control by a few different methods. First one is Linux is open source. Unlike Windows, Linux is open source, meaning that the source code of the operating system is available to you. As such, you can change and manipulate it as you please. If you are trying to make a system operate in a way it was not intended to, being able to manipulate the source code is essential. Second one is Linux is transparent. To hack effectively, you must know and understand your operating system, and to a large extent, the operating system you are attacking. Linux is totally transparent, meaning we can see and manipulate all its working parts. Not so with Windows. Microsoft try hard to make it as difficult as possible to know the inner working of the operating system, so you never really know that what's going on under the hood. Where in Linux you have a spotlight shining directly on each and every component of the operating system. This makes working with Linux more effective. Third one is Linux offer granular control. Linux is granular. That means that you have an almost infinite amount of control over the system. In Windows you can control only what Microsoft allow you to control. In Linux, everything you can be controlled by the terminal at the most minuscule level or the most macro level. In addition, Linux makes scripting in any of the scripting language simply and effective. Fourth one is most hacking tools are written in Linux. Well over 90% of all hacking tools are written for Linux. There are exceptions, of course, such as Kane and Able and Victor. But those exceptions prove the rule. Even when hacking tools such as Metasploit or Nmap are ported for Windows, not all the capabilities transfer from Linux. If you are getting started along the exciting path of hacking, cybersecurity, and pen testing, Linux for hackers is an excellent first step. Using Kali Linux, an advanced penetration testing distribution of Linux, you will learn the basic of using the Linux operating system and acquire the tools and technique you will need to take control of Linux environment. First, we will learn how to install Kali on a virtual machine and get an introduction to basic Linux concept. Next, you will tackle broader Linux topics like manipulating text, controlling file and directory permissions, and managing user environment variable. First, you will learn how to install Kali on virtual machine and get an introduction to basic Linux concepts. Next, you will tackle broader Linux topic like manipulating text, controlling file and directory permissions, and managing user environment variables. You will then focus in on foundational hacking concepts like security and anonymity and learn scripting skill with Bash and Python. Practical tutorials and exercise throughout will reinforce and test your skill as you learn how to. Content of this course: cover your tracks by changing your network information and manipulating the system logging utility. Write a tool to scan for network connection and connect and listen to wireless networks. Keep your internet activity stealthy using Tor, proxy servers, VPNs, and encrypted email. Write a bash script to scan open ports for potential targets. Use and abuse services like MySQL, Apache Web Server, and OpenSSH. Build your own hacking tools such as remote video spy camera and password cracker. Hacking is complex and there is no single way in. Why not start at the beginning with the Linux basic for hackers? That's it for today. In next video we are going to install VirtualBox and Kali Linux. Thank you. Do you have any question? Let me know in comment box. We will be meet in the next lecture. Subscribe the channel and do not forget to press the bell icon to never miss any update.